Bitcoin is digital gold. It will consume gold, has all the desirable qualities of gold, and none of its negative ones. The ability to instantly transport gold from New York to Tokyo by teleport would be highly desirable. Put money into safer investments instead than hazardous ones like SPY. Moreover, these ETFs are clearly acting in that manner. Many funds will use it, including the Strategic Income Opportunities Fund and the BlackRock Global Opportunities Fund, a type of asset thus. The more it circulates among funds, the more structural it will become. On or about April 20th, the organic supply from natural vendors will be halved. As a result, the daily supply of natural sellers is only around $32 million. In addition, Bitcoin's price will need to rise to accommodate the demand from investors. Accordingly, I anticipate that the asset class will undergo that transformation. Michael Saylor is a well-known character, and in today's film we explore his thoughts. Known for his optimistic view of Bitcoin within the crypto community, Bitcoin is compared to digital gold by Saylor, who highlights its advantages over physical gold. One of the main things that sets Bitcoin different, he says, is how easy it is to move and incorporate into different investment schemes. As we follow Saylor's lead, we investigate his thoughts on Bitcoin's distinctive features and his hopes for the cryptocurrency's future as an alternative to more conventional means of storing wealth. The significance of Saylor's observations to the continuing discussion of Bitcoin's place in the dynamic world of investment and finance will be further examined in the next post. In comparison to Bitcoin, BlackRock is more akin to a container ship or a supertank. They have the ability to efficiently hold $1 billion every day in their capital structure with a margin of 25 basis points. Comparable to air freight is MicroStrategy. We achieve better results. Now tell me what's happening. Leverage is in MicroStrategy's favor. Do you know of any company that wouldn't be a good fit to invest in if we borrowed $800 million at 62 basis points? They could borrow $1 billion for less than 1% interest, which would be perfect for your finest concept. This gives us that highly strategic advantage. Nobody can take it to court. It lacks security. Next, we'll use it to purchase Bitcoin. We experience volatility due to the leverage. It allows us to perform. Volatility is a result of the performance. Capital is drawn to the volatility, allowing us to leverage more. It's convertible debt, so it's kind of smart. Our stockholders now have more Bitcoin per share than they had a few weeks ago. Thanks to this, this is quite beneficial for them. For any investor, it's a really tempting proposition. So, you're interested in buying Bitcoin at its all-time high, but you're also worried about its potential fall. How can you mitigate this risk? We have $12 to $13 billion worth of Bitcoin on our books, and MicroStrategy sold $800 million worth of debt. The positive is that we're providing you with an over-collateralized loan. The ETFs will charge you 25 basis points if you're a maximalist Bitcoin investor who loves Bitcoin and wants to hold it forever. Acquiring MicroStrategy is a trend. We're providing you with a tax-efficient yield on your shares. Those who favor maximum gain with some downside protection are known as hedgers, whereas maximalists are fans of equity. Volume is adored by the dealers. We have 100-volt assets here, and they really enjoy the volatility. Since ETFs do not permit option trading, we stand out. Also, a Bitcoin-linked convertible bond that offers insurance against Bitcoin's decline is not something an ETF would issue. Thus, Michael, I endeavor to comprehend the mathematical concepts. You attended MIT, so maybe it's easier for you, Andreessen, Peter Thiel, or someone like you to grasp it. I know individuals who are like you. Did you ever have any doubts when you woke up in the middle of the night, knowing that you're leveraged and everything else? And your score is 17 instead of 68? I was thinking about you when the price was 17,000, but now when I look at it, I can't believe your company's market valuation is based on that. Another item to consider is if we need to double the prospective price based on the stock-to-flow ratio when it halved, or whether we want to use that metric. Is that an appropriate measure to employ? I thought it was worth 72,000 before the cut, thus after the cut, it should be 140,000. Both questions are valid. Also, I appreciate you inquiring. To start, I still think Bitcoin was a better investment when it was 17,000 than when it was 65,000. In this regard, I share Warren Buffett's opinion. The digital nature of Bitcoin makes it an attractive investment option that outshines gold, stock, bonds, and property. When compared to more traditional assets, its computer-based trading speed is 1,000,000 times faster. It can be yours. Almost all other assets move at a rate of less than 20%. The price of Bitcoin is $168 per week. We spent $800 million on Bitcoin, with a large portion of that sum purchased throughout the weekend, when most traditional markets are off. Everywhere throughout the world. At this same moment, it is the most admired and reliable financial asset on the planet. Being the most valuable commodity in the world makes it morally acceptable, not a single issuer. There isn't a business. No nation has authority over it. Plus, it serves a basic purpose. It is constantly tradable by thousands of market makers. There are billions of people and millions of businesses that can trade it. This is the procedure to follow if you wish to purchase a home in Africa on a Saturday. Follow these steps if you wish to purchase a vehicle first thing in the morning on a Sunday. Therefore, it is an excellent asset. From my point of view, it's the most valuable asset. An asset is an asset. Therefore, I had no queries regarding it. We're patiently awaiting global recognition of its excellence. Straight away, BlackRock emerged. In what context are they useful? Use IBIT to store your Bitcoins. Sure, but how come they're so successful? They were already well established in the market. A distribution channel was already in place for them. They have a platform already. They've established their brand. Bitcoin was their main emphasis. Not too complicated, they said. We'll essentially purchase Bitcoin on your behalf, hold it for you, and then charge you 25 basis points. As a result, they were able to raise $10 billion in just 30 days. Who exactly are their clients? Bitcoin ETFs are a great way for institutional and individual investors to purchase Bitcoin. Are they occupied with something else? Yes, they are conducting that activity. How many more uses does Bitcoin have? 100,000. Do you think they will handle the remaining 100,000 now? No. Who or what will they act upon? And if they can get their hands on $10 billion, $20 billion, $40 billion, $80 billion, $160 billion, $250 billion, or even $1 trillion, that's what they'll do. Is it possible for them to? Yeah, very well. Concentrate, will we? Concentrate on that. If it's an application for a system of trust, you move on to the next step. You see, here at MicroStrategy, we're concentrating on an orange check. An orange check mark for Outlook within the Microsoft ecosystem, nevertheless, is the concept. Every single business on the planet relies on Microsoft. Microsoft has millions upon millions of very important clients. Where is the issue? I wanted to send you an Outlook mail, but I couldn't find a simple way to digitally sign it. How can I fix this? Your private key will be sent to you via email. All you have to do is click a blue button. An Outlook add-on is now available. Additionally, the plugin encrypts messages as you type by utilizing your private key. Someone else gets it, they validate and decode it using an extension. Your orange check has arrived. Very well. Is it fixing every other issue with the app? YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook? No. Is it possible to authenticate across 100,000 different platforms? Yes. However, there is a lengthy story to tell. So what's our plan? We will not address the issue of how to obtain an orange check on X or Instagram. We'll figure out how to get the dreaded orange check on Microsoft. Why? Reason being, we are a business software firm. Businesses are our clientele. I think we can figure it out. Having said that, I believe that if you have that laser-like focus, that is my market, my solution, and what works with Bitcoin, there is still no assurance even with such laser-like concentration. But one thing is certain, the situation gets exponentially more complicated and unsafe if you aimlessly try to do everything for everyone or if you try to juggle too many tasks. Therefore, it's likely that you won't be able to reach the finish line.